In today's video, I'm going to show you how to master Trello by creating a board, setting up workflow stages, and adding detailed task cards so you can finally get organized and stay on top of your projects. Whether you're a freelancer juggling multiple clients or someone just trying to keep your personal life in order, Trello is one of the most flexible and visual project management tools out there. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. First things first, let's create your board. Log into your Trello account and look for the big green button that says Create New Board, or simply Create Board on the left-hand side of your dashboard. Click that, and a pop-up will appear asking you to give your board a name. This is important because a clear, descriptive name will help you and anyone else who uses the board instantly understand its purpose. For example, you might call it Marketing Project if you're planning a campaign, or Personal Task Tracker if you're managing errands and goals. Next, you'll be prompted to choose a workspace. If you're working alone or haven't set up a team yet, just select your personal workspace. You'll also see a drop-down for privacy level. Public boards are visible to anyone, workspace boards are visible to your teammates, and private boards are only visible to you and the members you specifically add. For most beginners, private is a safe and comfortable starting point. Once you've filled everything in, hit the Create button, and you'll land on your fresh, empty board. Now it's time to set up the workflow. And that's where lists come in. Lists are essentially columns that represent the stages your tasks move through. The classic Kanban flow often starts with 3 lists, but I recommend customizing it to match exactly how you work. Start by clicking Add List on the right side of the board. A box will pop up where you can type the name of your first stage. A highly effective setup includes 5 lists. Start with Backlog or Ideas for tasks you want to do eventually but haven't prioritized yet. Next, create To Do for tasks you've committed to tackling in the immediate term. Then add In Progress or Doing for tasks you're actively working on. After that, Review is a great list for tasks that need approval or feedback from someone else. Finally, Done gives you a satisfying place to move completed work. The beauty of this system is that you can rename, reorder, or delete any list as your process evolves. A common pitfall is overcomplicating your workflow early on, so start simple and only add stages that genuinely reflect your real-world process. Once your lists are in place, it's time to add tasks, and in Trello, tasks are called cards. To create a card, simply click the Add a Card link at the bottom of any list. A small text box will appear where you can type a title. Here's where a little bit of strategy goes a long way. Instead of writing something vague like Newsletter, give it an action-oriented title like Draft Client Newsletter. This makes it crystal clear what needs to be done and creates a sense of momentum. Hit Enter or click Add Card, and you'll see a small rectangular card appear in your list. You can repeat this process to quickly populate your board with all the tasks you can think of. If you're starting from scratch, try brain dumping everything onto a backlog list first, then prioritize by moving cards into your to-do list later. Now let's flesh out those cards with the details that make them truly useful. Click directly on any card to open its back, which is basically the detail view. This is where Trello really shines. At the top, you'll see an option to add members. Assigning a person to a card is crucial for team accountability and clarity. If you're working solo, you can skip this, but it's still helpful to see your own face there. Next, look for the due date field. Setting a deadline not only keeps momentum going, but also triggers automated reminders via email or push notification. This is a lifesaver for time-sensitive tasks. Below that, you'll find checklists. This is one of my favorite features because it lets you break a large, intimidating task into smaller, manageable subtasks. For example, under Draft Client Newsletter, you could add checklist items like Write Subject Line, Create First Draft, Add Images, and Proofread. Checking off those micro tasks gives you a real dopamine hit and keeps you moving forward. Next, labels let you color code cards based on priority or category. Trello comes with default color labels, but you can customize their names. I recommend creating labels for high priority, medium priority, and low priority, or you might use them to separate categories like design, writing, and admin. Finally, the Attachments section lets you upload relevant documents, images, or even paste links from Google Drive, Dropbox, or your computer. This turns each card into a central hub for everything related to that task. So let's quickly recap everything you just accomplished. You created a Trello board from scratch, named it, and set your privacy and workspace. Then you built a custom workflow with lists that match your real process, from backlog all the way through to done. After that, you added cards with clear, action-oriented titles. And you fleshed out every card with assignees, due dates, checklists, labels, and attachments. This system is incredibly powerful because it transforms a chaotic pile of to-dos into a visual, manageable, and trackable project. One next step I recommend is to play around with Trello's automation features, called Butler, which can automatically move cards when due dates arrive or when checklist items are completed. Also, consider saving this video or bookmarking this guide so you can revisit these steps whenever you start a new board. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.